Is there certain types of properties or areas that are selling well and areas that are kind of struggling with sales at the moment?
The difficulty, I think, for most in that area is if the property is priced well, if it's marketed properly, and if the agent's doing a good job, then it will sell. But if there's a disconnect between all of those things, then it's likely that the property is going to sit there for a little while until that adjustment is made between expectations of the two parties to the deal.
Now, we were talking just before the show about a lot of people always wanting the cheapest agent and saying, oh look, it's a tough time in real estate, I'm bound to be able to get a discount when I put my property up for sale. From your perspective, what's the difference between, saying a typical 2.2% to maybe the best agent in the company and someone that's maybe willing to do it at 1%? What's the difference between an agent that will discount and maybe won't discount?
You get what you pay for, basically. I think that's the key. Is that if you're prepared to pay and negotiate with an agent, and she is prepared to negotiate their fee down, then they're likely to be wanting to do that with your price as well. So I think it's critical that it doesn't necessarily mean that the cheapest fee is not going to be a good agent, but you need to take that as one of the factors into account when you're looking at who you're going to get to sell your property.
Because say if you're selling a $500,000 property and they normally charge 2%, that's 10 grand, and they negotiate down to 1, it might cost the agent 5 grand, but if they go and negotiate your price down, if they're willing to drop their fee by 50%, even if they drop yours 10%, you've lost $50,000.
Yes. And that can be an expensive saving on your part if that's the only factor that you're taking into account. All things being equal, and the fee is different, then yes, it's an important consideration. But you've got to look at all the other factors: the marketing, the local knowledge of the agent, the features of the property, and whether or not that's a good sale item or not.
Now,